Hey Ricky, how you doing, young man? Yeah, this is of course you know me, David Murphy, publisher of the National Black Unity News. I made this special video for you to let you know that I appreciate who you are and what you do. And and I know you noticed that I go way beyond the call of duty to support you. And I think you already know that about me now because I cast the first stone. And but this I want you to know. I don't know if you heard this from me, but I consider myself a servant of servants. And what I do best is serving people. See, I have all types of ways to be a blessing to what you're doing, not only through the publication, but through my personal wisdom and now over 40 to 50 years experience into marketing and branding and being a soldier on the front line, first and foremost. And I was young once myself, and wish I had had somebody like me and those I work with around me to have a backup. But I want to share something with you. And I know sometimes it's hard to believe because I spent my entire life out here trying to be a blessing to people, but it was really hard to find true comrades working beside you. Now, what has taken place in my life, and this has happened the last 3 or 4 years, the people that actually got involved with this newspaper, the one who stuck around, who showed up, who participated with it, have formed such a bond that I don't think nothing can break it. Nothing. They lifted me up. I'm talking the type of bond where if I needed help with my business, they had resources or were supported financially and things like that. They would do that. But the other things, like even if I'm sick or something like that, they call and check in on me, man. And then some of we had this what you call it's like a family atmosphere of people that you can truly trust, though. Ain't trying to get into your pockets or nothing. They want to do is serve you. And you're a young man. And can you imagine all of these elders around you, living elders that can help you because we love to see our young people, doing what you do, trying to unite us and try to be independent. So that just give us great pride in knowing that we have some young people out there who's fighting on that front line the same way we did back in the day. And that's why we want to pour our wisdom and love out on you to assist you so you don't have to bump your head the way we had to. And that's why I say you have living ancestors right amongst you right now who really care about what you're doing. You don't have to carry all this on your back by yourself. And so, Ricky, and on the way for you to be, I want you to be. That's why I'm sending this to you. I want you to be part of that family. I think you got a powerful message, and I believe that you can use some of our wisdom and knowledge in some of the things that you do, even some of the things that you say. I'm being quite up. Sometimes, brother, we've been there and done that. But a lot of things that we do and say has hurt us in the long run. But now that you have people around you that really want to serve you, really wants to help you, and not trying to take nothing from you, then if I were you, it would be a wise decision to kind of connect with that and see you are part of the family. But you have a decision to make. We have another issue coming up and we have all this. But if you really want to be a servant, to serve us as a people, I strongly suggest that you show up on some of these Monday night calls. Make time. Just make time. We ain't ask you to spend no money or nothing. Just take time and you see for yourself. And you can also what's going to place. Even in some of the clips you go on to hear this from a couple of weeks ago. Some of the editors and staff sharing how the paper supported them. And so, Ricky, it's some serious times out there. We need all the soldiers we can get. And you can't fight a battle alone like this. You got to have some forces behind you, forces that they can't touch. But if they touch you, they're going to have to touch a whole force of people. And so, you know where I'm coming from. And so, what I want you to do, young man, is to do this for us and do it for yourself. go through this entire video. And then when you finish looking at, give me a call and let's talk. And I, like I say, even way you, I respect that, but this talk, man, because you have just such power in your hand. If you use this power properly, it'll take you far. All right, Rick. So, man, much love and respect, young man, and give me a call.
I'm gonna bring Master close. Once people get the paper, once people physically get the paper and they start to open this paper up, then they may not like everything in the paper, but they're gonna find some things that they like that's directly to them. So it's almost like reading a good book. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when something touches you, then you're inspired by what touches you. That's why we have so many different ranges, different perspectives in terms of editors, because people is coming from all type of different directions in terms of that. You may not be into this, you may not be into that, but you're into what Fran writing about. You're into what Dempsey writing about. So I mean, I think the biggest thing is that we just want to make sure that everybody out here have an opportunity to get the paper.
Let me tell you, Fran, you said a mouthful about something when you said sometimes you have to decline doing certain things. Because recently my pastor asked me to do something for him. He wanted me to be the church executive secretary, and I told him, I said, "Oh, no way, no way." I mean, he was kind of floored about that because I said no. I know. That's a monumental task.
Yeah, you could be spreading yourself too thin.
I said, "Oh no," and he said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Oh, I'm certain. I cannot do this." Thank you. You just made me feel so good when you said that. Thank you so much. But anyway, because let me tell you something. Writing these articles are really therapeutic for me. And even reading the articles are therapeutic to me. But I'm so glad you said something about, Kathleen, you said something about getting some feedback, because I just got a card in the mail earlier this week, last week. And I just happened to have it, I put it up on my shelf, but it's from a former student of mine who happened to be a former student of mine at Sojourner. And she got a paper from somebody, I don't know where she even got it from. But anyhow, she said, "Dear Dr. Ortiz, your article on Empower Yourself with Self-Love in the January issue of the Unity paper provided me with a necessary lesson about myself that I needed to grow, and that I don't have to compromise, knowing that I am the author of my story, and it's up to me to write it and not give it away to somebody else. Thank you so much for keeping it real." And she said, "Love you always, forever, your former student, Renee Lewis." That touched my spirit,
I bet it did.
It did. And then I got the best compliment of all from my daughter, one of my daughters. She called me, she said, "Mom," I said, "What?" "I read your article." I said, "Okay." She said, "Girl, you hit home. You got me straight." She said, "Girl, you're loving me again."
That's what we do, and it's nothing like getting something like that, especially someone you know. That is super, Dr. Ortiz.
It was really, really uplifting, Like I said, my daughter topped it off, and she said, "Girl."
that says a whole lot. That says a whole.
It lightens my heart, and it may do the same for you. I was looking for the actual readout, the actual thing that he sent the other day, but what he basically said was that this paper is needed. It is something that we need in our community and in his community.
This paper is like a menu. Most people can pick and choose anything that they want to see. It's like going to a restaurant. There's so many venues, there's so many avenues, so many appetizers, and most of the people that I know, they love the paper just because of that, of the variety. Now, I did hear David say, "Okay, we don't have an IT section," but I've never heard anybody even mention it. But it would probably be good to have somebody in there that knows something about IT. but most people really like it because it's its own style. But it's, as I reiterate, it's like it's a menu, and you can pick and choose. It's like you said, Bill said, or David said it. Once you have this paper in your hand and 99% of ownership is holding something in your hand, they're going to find something in that paper that's they're going to gravitate towards.
Work for other people, helping them with their dreams, helping them achieve their goals, helping them to rise above all these different things that, you know, they felt were obstacles in their way, only to find myself left behind to do the same thing over and over again for myself, because everybody that I sort of reached out to, with the exception of the family that is associated with this enterprise, you know, the National Black Unity News, this is the place that I go to get lifted up, because you all always tell me, you know, what a good job I do and how well my articles are doing, you know, all that. And I'm so grateful to hear those things from you, even though for many of you, I don't do anything for you but show up. I mean, that's the easy part. Showing up, to me, that's the easy part. Showing up, it's when you got to do some heavy lifting that, you know, things get a little sketchy. But you guys are lifting with me. You're not making me lift anything up by myself. We're all lifting stuff up, and nobody in here is working any less than I am. Everybody in this enterprise, everybody associated with this paper, every single one of you is doing some extraordinary thing that has given me inspiration, that has motivated me and encouraged me to keep going, and, you know, not to quit and not to look away, but to stay focused and steadfast. I get that from watching you, all of you. I get that from you. So, you know, the articles that I write, I just try to bring a quality product, because everybody else is bringing a quality product, and what I look like not bringing one. Everybody else is, and if you got time to do it, I need to find the time to do it. So thank you for being the inspiration that you are to me. Thank you for being the encouragement that you are to me. Thank you for being the help to me that you are. You just have no idea how much positive energy you have poured into me that helps me to continue to be the person that I am. And that's not just by myself. You don't know how much you helped me to stay in that place. And I'm grateful to all of you for that contribution that you make to me, because these times, they're not easy times. They are not easy times. And, you know, I put myself in a place where I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I am away from other people, but I'm not isolated.
Man.
I am focused on some things that I need to do for myself, but I do not feel like I have been exiled or ostracized. I feel like I have been embraced and supported in whatever it is that I think I need to do for me. And all of you have reached out in a way that has let me know that if there's anything that I need, if it's just a kind word, I can call and say, look, I need to hear something today. And somebody will have a word or two that's going to keep me from finding a bridge to jump off. Not that it's that serious, but you know what I mean.
But
I don't, you know, it's not an easy thing to find yourself in this space and in this place. But what I can say is that being associated with all of you and having developed the friendships with all of you that I have has really made it an easier task for me. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful and I appreciate all of you.
Mr. Frank, to get a little deeper into where we are going with who's reading, where it's being read. We have papers out of New Jersey. We have editors out of New Jersey. We have people out down in Miami, now North Carolina, Virginia, and Texas and New Orleans. And we just want to talk about that so that we're not, it says national. Last I looked, it said National Black Unity News.
You know, I just want to share with you about just a handful of our editors and staff, how they feel about the paper, how they feel about each other, and quite frankly, how they feel about you, if you would only participate. See, you have to really show up and be a part of this team. See, what will happen, I already know what's going to happen. It's going to create more family members for you. It's going to take you to places that you never thought you can get there by yourself, but because you're in the family and by you surrounded by family with like-minded people who can assist you, who can help you to get to where you want to go. And see, that's why it's so important that you show up first and foremost. But see, you can bring something to the family, and I know this personally about you. You can bring something to the table that all of us can feast upon. So I encourage you to get involved with the team, because see, sometimes you never know just by being a part of us. You already done the hard work just by joining us. But the second thing is get involved. We're not asking for all your time. We're just asking for a few hours a week so that you can get to know one another, share information with one another, so that they can assist you with some services that you may not even know about. And also at the same time, you can assist them. See, it's reciprocal when each one of us help each one. But the most important thing I just tried to get across is for you to show up. We need you. And see, when we had this kind of synergy, then we can go out into the communities all across Baltimore, the United States, and beyond. How we can assist people with this publication, our team synergy, and your personal energy. And it's a powerful, powerful force, as you just seen. These are just persons that wasn't rehearsed. It was just people just speaking from their hearts. And that's just a handful. And can you imagine the impact when all of us come together? We'd be like a nuclear bomb about to explode and spreading good news that can assist our people to a better way of life. So I encourage you greatly, please show up, because we need you. I need you. They need you. And we need you. And so again, I thank you for this time. And please call me back, 443-455-2373. Again, David Murphy, publisher of the National Black Unity News, is just sharing some personal information so that we as a team can grow together. Thank you.